Hi guys, happy Sunday. Welcome to my channel. I haven't done a Zepbound update for a while, so I thought I would do that before I leave on vacation tomorrow. And then I'm also gonna do some tips and tricks for some of the people that are newer to my channel. So going great. As of today, I am down 76 pounds. I started my journey on March 1st, 2024, losing a majority of my weight by March of 2025. I was down 60 pounds after the first year. And then I have gone on to lose another 16 pounds over the next almost year. When I started, I was 212 pounds was my heaviest, but when I actually started the Zepbound, I was 207, and I now weigh 136. So it has been good for me. It has been life-changing, life-saving, and has just made all the difference in the world to me. I can't tell you how much I love this medication. Words, I don't even have the words. However, it is utterly amazing. You just have to trust the process. Currently, I am taking 12.5, and I take that every 10 days. I'm going to continue to do that because my goal keeps changing. First, my goal was 140. Then I was like, eh. Then my goal was 135. Well, I'm almost there. And I decided I'm gonna go to 128 for my new goal, and that'll be my final goal. I decided I want to have a 2. I want a 1, 2, something. So I would like to fluctuate between like 126 and 130. I would like that to be my little bouncing area because you know how weight is, it fluctuates. I am going to continue through I leave for Costa Rica tomorrow for a fitness and beach vacation for 10 days, and then I'm home for 3 weeks, and then I leave for a glow up tour in Asia. So stay tuned for that vacation. That vacation's gonna be solo. It's going to be called Beach, Pray, and Love because I'm going to the beach in Bali for 5 days. And then I'm going to the jungle in Bali for spiritual things for 5 days. And then I'm going to Korea for 4 days to do some skincare and hair care and just see what Korea is all about because I've never been there. So make sure you tune in for those. My Costa Rica trip that I leave tomorrow, I'm doing 5 days with 4 dear friends. We rented a gorgeous brand new villa in Nosara. So we'll be staying there for 5 days, and then we'll be joining people for a fitness retreat. My friend's the leader of the retreat. There'll be a total of 23 of us in Tamarindo on the fitness retreat. So looking forward to that. And of course, I'll be vlogging from there. So that catches you up with what's going on. When I return from the trip to Asia, I am going to see my weight loss doctor and talk about starting to taper down. I would like to get to my goal, and then I would like to start tapering down and get to the point where I'm just microdosing when I need it. We'll see if that happens. I have a huge question for you guys. If any of you guys have gone off Zepbound or have maintained or are microdosing or whatever you're doing, could you please send me what you're doing? Because I want to know so I can run it by my provider. Do not take any of my advice as medical advice. Everybody should have a doctor as you're going through this weight loss journey. And I highly recommend you have a doctor who's certified in obesity medicine and really knows how to manage these medications for you. I am blessed because not only is my doctor a certified obesity management doctor, OBGYN, she's a certified life coach. She also has lost like 60 pounds on Zepbound. So we're in the same journey. So it's been just beyond helpful to have her. Any private messages, and I can send you her contact information. So what's been working for me? Consistency, consistency, consistency. Heavy weights, working out. I work out 4 times a week, at least. Tuesdays and Thursdays when I'm not working, I do a barbell heavy ass weights, I call it class. Mondays and Fridays when I'm not working, I do a cardio blast. It's like an interval training. Interval training's very good. And then Wednesdays when I'm not working, I do a bar class that's phenomenal. All of those classes are at Lifetime Fitness in St. Louis Park. Saturdays, I go to Lifetime Target Center and it's called CTR. It is a core tone reform class that is on the Pilates reformer machine. On Sundays, I also do CTR. My friend teaches it, and then she teaches a phenomenal dance class. That's every Sunday, and that's out in Eden Prairie at Eden Prairie Athletic. That's what I did today. So working out, I bet you it's 22 months that I've been on Zepbound, you guys, and I bet you I have missed maybe 3 to 4 days at the gym when I'm not working. And that was because I have the bronchitis for a couple of those days. And one day I just had a really bad headache and didn't feel well. So yeah, I bet you my workouts have been saving my ass. I love it. I'm addicted. It makes me feel good. It's the best way to start the day. I work out in the morning and it works for me. Find what works for you, but that's what my journey has been as far as exercise. And I can't show you now, but like I don't even have loose skin on my arms after losing 76 pounds. I have a little loose skin on my thighs, but what 61-year-old doesn't, right? We're losing our collagen. My abs look absolutely pretty good. There's hardly any loose skin, and I'm starting to see definition in my abs. So that's utterly amazing. So that's working out. As far as food, I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty good. I would say I'm 80 to 90% good and 10 to 20% bad depending on the day. Sometimes at work, I don't get my meals in and I'll have like a handful of this or a handful of that or a little candy here or there. Nothing crazy. Certainly nothing like I used to. I used to come home from work, stop at Popeyes, and come home and eat till I was almost ill, or get a whole bag of salt and vinegar chips and a container of like dip and just eat. And I would come home and take tortilla chips and just cover them with cheese and put them in the microwave with big guacamole on top. Oh my God, I'd be sick as a dog if I ate like that now. So what do I eat? I eat very high protein, very low carbs. I get my water in. I do all the things you're supposed to do. I don't need to tell you guys what to do. We all know what to eat, right? We want to eat high protein, low carbs, fruit and vegetables, colorful plate, and I do all those things. I try to just keep my alcohol very minimal. Sometimes it's 2-3 weeks and I don't even have a cocktail. When I do go out and I want a cocktail, I will usually keep it to a glass of bubbles, 2 glasses of bubbles sometimes, a vodka martini, tequila and soda. Every so often, actually once a year it's been really, I've treated myself and had an old fashioned, and every so often I'll treat myself and have an espresso martini. But my alcohol use is very small. I think it's the Zepbound too. I just don't have cravings for things that are not good for me that much. But that's what I do with my diet when I go out to eat. Luckily, I have very fit friends. I was always the fat girl in the group. Lucky they still loved me. But I have very fit friends, which is really helpful because we share food. Like, we just order an entree and an extra salad, and that works great for us. Last time I went out to eat, my friend and I each ordered a dinner salad, and then we split an order of lamb chops with some asparagus, and we were full. So it's just making good choices. I don't eat very much junk food at all, and I don't eat any fast food. I can't even tell you when the last time I've had fast food was. The only fast food I ever get is like Sweetgreens. Occasionally, I'll get a Jimmy John's sandwich or a Melio sandwich, but I do an unwich and I don't have mayo, so it's really not junk food. So that's diet. Lifestyle, I just stay really busy. I'm so much happier since I've lost weight and less depressed. I used to be on medication, actually, to be totally honest with you guys. I was on medication for depression and anxiety, and I had to go off that when I started the Zepbound. So other than a few supplements, I take magnesium for constipation when I need it. I do take vitamin D once a week with the vitamin K2 to help uptake the D. I take some biotin because I have hair thinning. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. That's another tip and tricks I got for you. So, but you know, those are what I'm taking. You need to take the supplements that you need. Constipation is about the only side effect I've had, and I really haven't had that for the last year. That was mostly a new thing when I first started the medication. There's so many things you can do to help with that though, and that's one of those things that you'll talk to your provider, which is why it's so important to have a provider who understands these medications, right? Because it makes a big difference. So that's supplements. I don't take any other medications. I don't take any prescription drugs at all. I'm very blessed that way. I went from having a cholesterol of 300 to like 156. All my labs have just, my A1C went from like almost 6 to 5.2. So I have just really brought everything back around. I even had high platelets and I finally got those under control. So my labs are all good and I am just as healthy as I can be right now, and praying that it stays that way. As you get older, you really have to take care of your health. I do not want anything to hinder my mobility or my activity. Hair. When you lose weight, whether it's with GLPs, whether it's with Weight Watchers, whether it's with Medifast, however you choose to lose weight, when you lose weight, you are gonna lose hair. I would say I've probably lost about maybe 35 to 40% of my hair. It's definitely, my ponytail is thinner. It is starting to come back though. I definitely have some regrowth coming in. It's a little thin still back here. I am just trying to take biotin for that, and I use some topical things sometimes, and just really trying to watch the shedding. I hear pumpkin oil capsules help, and I did buy some, but I can't remember where I put them, but when I find them, I think I'm gonna try those. Now, pumpkin oil will not prevent the hair loss, but it prevents the shedding. So I'll let you know how that goes. It's just part of the journey, and it's okay. I bought a Dyson Airwrap, and now I have a tool so that when I style my hair, I can style my hair to make it look a lot more full than it is. So that's been helpful. What else? Hair loss, nausea, vomiting. I think I had 2 different times when I took a shot when I was nauseous, and I don't know what I did differently that time, except I think I might have been a little bit dehydrated. So I haven't had problems with nausea and vomiting. The only other thing that I had, but I only get it occasionally anymore, is like a day or 2 after I took my shot at night, I would get horrible like cramps in my legs and in my feet. Like my feet would just cramp up like a contracture almost. It was absolutely painful. It would last a couple minutes. I would do some stretches and then it would go away. Doesn't happen often now. It happens maybe every 4 or 5 months. So that is it as far as side effects go for me anyway. You know, everybody's different. I've had people that have tried this medication that I know that it hasn't even worked for. You just gotta try it if your doctor approves you to try it, and just find the things that work for you. But the biggest things are just consistency in diet, consistency in exercise. If you don't do it that way, it's not gonna work. I have somebody at work who lost 85 pounds and she went off these medications, and I'm watching her slowly gain it back, and I haven't said anything, but it's breaking my heart because I've watched her scrub size go up at work, and I could tell she has put some weight back on, and it is truly breaking my heart because she worked so hard, and that is what terrifies me. So that's why I said I'm at the point where I don't think I'll ever really get off this medication all the way. I want to always have it at my disposal for when I need it. But I would really like to get down to the lowest dose and just use it as necessary. Trying to think if there's anything else I have to talk about with our Zepbound update. Like I said, I have no plans to go off it anytime soon. I am still using the Zepbound from Eli Lilly. I still get it filled at my pharmacy, and I'm still on the savings card. I have been on that since I started. I am paying $558 per box for 4 pens. I am taking them now every 10 days, so they last me a little bit longer. I don't care because I pick up an extra shift every month at work just to pay for my medication, and it is money well spent. There is nothing in this world that is more valuable to me than being able to do that. And now I'm lucky that I am able to pick up extra hours to afford it, but I think I'd just find another job, or I would find something. I would find a way to get it. There's compounds, there's all kinds of things that your provider, when you get a provider, can help you with, especially if you get somebody who's certified in obesity management that can help you with what you need to do with these drugs. So please hit like and subscribe if you're liking my content. My content's kind of a little bit of everything. I talk about my weight loss, but I also talk about just life as a single 61-year-old, navigating dating, I'm a big traveler. I love to travel. I have a great group of friends. I live a pretty fun, full life, and it's so much better since I've lost that 76 pounds. I can't even tell you. I got to share one more thing with you before I go. I was packing today for my trip, and I remember before packing to go to Costa Rica, I'll put a picture of me packing for Costa Rica before I lost the weight so you can see how big I was. Nothing fit, and I was crying and trying to squeeze into bathing suits, and today it's like everything in my closet fits. I just pull my dresses and put them in the suitcase. I have a packing cube full of bathing suits. I just put them in the suitcase. And the other bonus is your clothes are so much smaller, you get to pack more. And I'm an overpacker, so it works. So if you're gonna start a Zepbound journey, I wish you all the best, all the love. Please, please, please feel free to message me here if you're comfortable with that. If not, I'm Downtown Denise on Instagram. You can DM me and ask me anything. I am an open book about this. I think a woman who has gone through the journey to health that I have, I would feel bad if people asked me how I lost the weight and I wasn't honest with them. But I know some people are uncomfortable sharing that this is what they've done, but I am comfortable talking about any aspect of this medication and of my weight loss journey. So I am an open book. Feel free to hit me up, ask me anything. I will honestly answer you. Again, not a medical provider. I mean, I'm a nurse by trade, but I am not giving medical advice. I'm just telling you what's working for me. So hit like and subscribe, follow my channel, follow me, and let's just lose weight and just be hot and travel and have fun together, all right? I love you guys so much. Thanks for tuning in and listening to me ramble about my Zepbound journey, because I love talking about it because it has changed my life. Bye guys, I'll talk to you soon. Actually, I'll see you in Costa Rica.